Yo, what's going on? It's D-Man, bringing to you my summer 2019 anime guide. In this video, I will be covering the anime I'll be watching in summer 2019, and hopefully I could put you all on to some anime to check out, because that is the goal of this channel. Of course, I'll be posting anime games, but I really want to be the anime plug. If I could rename the channel, it would definitely be the anime plug. So let me go ahead and say that this is only the summer 2019 guide. In the summer 2019 review, you'll see more anime that are not in this video, mainly because I dive into a lot of anime during the season. So let's go ahead and get it started with some heavy hitters. The first anime on this list is, of course, DR.STONE, produced by TMS Entertainment. DR.STONE will be 24 episodes, and you'll be able to watch it on the Crunchyroll and Funimation streaming services. So it starts with Oki Taiju building the courage to confess his feelings towards his crush, and once that happens, the sky is filled with a strange light. Now, everybody touched with the light is turned into stone. After thousands of years, Oki Taiju breaks from his shell and starts to explore the world, where he runs into his old friend Senku, who is freed from his stone wall half a year ago. So together, these two want to figure out what happened to the world and how can they free and restore civilization. Now, this is going to be the most popular anime of the season. Not the best, but the most popular anime of the season. Categorized under adventure, sci-fi, action, and comedy, this is a highly anticipated show. Be sure to have DR.STONE on your list, because it's going to be pretty incredible. You know, I'm co-signing this show heavy, especially in the summer 2019 that is looking relatively weak compared to winter, spring, and fall. You know, summer 2019 may be the season to catch up on your backlog, but DR.STONE would definitely be one to check out. Next up, we have another anime that would be really popular, highly anticipated. It's an anime called Fire Force. Fire Force is 24 episodes. It'll be viewable on Crunchyroll and Funimation. To give you a little synopsis of the show, it takes place in Solar Era Tokyo. It's about a special fire brigade that are fighting against a phenomenon called spontaneous human combustion, which is basically humans being turned into infernos. Now, infernos are only the first generation, but because of evolution, people are learning to control this combustion while maintaining their human forms. I'm guessing kind of like firebending, if you will, if you're an Avatar fan. So that brings in the main character, Shinra Kusakabe. He's a youngin with the nickname Devil's Footprints because he's able to ignite his feet at will, which sounds pretty dope. With that special power, he's able to join the Fire Force. They fight infernals. Not only that, but he begins to uncover the truth behind a mysterious fire that caused the death of his family 12 years ago. So this show seems pretty dope from the synopsis, from what I've seen. I'll definitely check it out on Crunchyroll. It is categorized under action, comedy, drama, sci-fi, and supernatural, of course. And I'm looking forward to this mystery. One, I want to see what caused this phenomenon, and two, I want to see what happened with Shinra's family. Now, I'm not a manga reader of this show, but I swear to you, if it turns out to be like some Goku type deal where he killed him, I'll be upset. But hopefully, it'll end better than that, right? Don't spoil it, please. I want to figure out for myself. So be on the lookout for Fire Force and DR.STONE. They will be very, very popular, and I imagine they will earn that popularity. Next up, we have VINLAND SAGA. Now, VINLAND SAGA is kind of different because it's in a whole different era, but I'm looking forward to watching it. Once again, this is 24 episodes also, so we're getting some long anime in the summer, unlike spring. Now, where to watch it? AnyChart doesn't have it updated to where to watch it, so you know, you might have to get creative. I'm not telling you to do it, but if you want to watch it, you will have to get creative. It's produced by Wit Studio, and this is a Viking anime. So I know a lot of people like the show Viking, so it's also interesting to get an anime about Vikings. So it centers around Thorfinn, who is son to one of the Vikings' greatest warriors, but his father is actually killed in battle by a mercenary leader, and Thorfinn swears revenge for his father. And because of that, he's caught up in a war for the crown of England. Now, I'm looking forward to this show. Normally, I don't like, you know, Viking style, knight style shows, but I'll definitely be looking forward to this one. You know, I'm more of a sci-fi futuristic person, but going back in the past, you know, that doesn't bother me at all. So 24 episodes, I'm looking for really good action, a really good story. You know, it's going to be a drama anime, a tragedy anime, and I'm looking forward to that. You know, it's Vikings. Vikings are ruthless, and I can't wait to see how they portray this in anime, because sometimes with anime, things are portrayed a little differently. So Vikings, I don't know. It should be brutal. I'm hoping it's brutal. We'll see. But I feel like this will be a sleeper. But I wanted to put this high on the list because it just seems like a dope story. And it should be a dope show. So jumping into the next anime is definitely a switch of pace. You all know my guilty pleasure with anime romance comedies, and that's what this is. It is the second season of Karakai Jouzu no Takagi-san. And this is a really light-hearted anime, very nostalgic. Now I'm going to assume that it's 12 episodes like season 1, which aired back in winter 2018. I love this show because it's nostalgic, right? It's centered around middle school, centered around first love. It starts off with a boy named Nishikata, who is constantly made fun of by the young lady he sits by in class named Takagi-san. Now Takagi, she is very clever and she loves to tease Nishikata, mainly because you know how it goes in middle school. She likes him, but she doesn't want to let him know. So because of this, Nishikata is always getting embarrassed and he wants to get her back. And it's very, like I said before, it's very lighthearted. If you're into romance comedies, I'll definitely recommend it. I know this is high on my list. I don't know, if you dive into it, you might get a laugh out of it. You might feel nostalgic watching it too. So that's why I'll enjoy it. So season 2 is airing soon. Be on the lookout for it. I feel like this is an underappreciated anime. So next up in summer 2019, we have season 2 of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 2 will be 12 episodes long and you'll be able to watch it on High Dive. Now, if you don't know what this is, I'll give you a quick synopsis, but the story takes place in a town called Dungeon. It's about a newbie adventurer that is attacked by a minotaur, and he's saved by a top-class female adventurer named Aizu, and he falls in love with her at first sight. Of course, you know, she comes, put the Superman cape on, of course you fall in love with her. He also meets a girl named Hestia who falls in love with him, so it's a romance anime, adventure anime. It kind of gives you the vibe of an RPG video game, but it's not. It's kind of like when I got into Goblin Slayer. On the first episode, people are dying, but it really gives off that video game vibe. So you're like, man, I wonder when they will respawn. They don't. I'm not saying that happens in this show, but it's the vibe I get from these fantasy type shows. I think everyone is like a video game when it's not. But to tell you the truth about Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, a lot of people like this show. It's very popular, but personally, I think it's alright. You know, I'll check it out because I'm too deep into it. I already watched season 1. I might as well watch season 2, and that's where I'm at. So those are the main anime in summer 2019. Like I said, it's not that many anime I'm really looking forward to, but I am praying for some sleepers. So the next few anime, I'm hoping they'll be good. I'm hoping they'll be the sleeper of the season. So when I talk about my sleepers of the season, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on them. Probably give you like a 1 or 2 line synopsis and what I think really quick. So first up we have GRANBELM. You'll be able to catch this on Crunchyroll. It's a magical anime classified under fantasy, adventure, mecha, and action. It's about magic disappearing from the world a long time ago, and 2 girls actually discover this lost magic one night under a full moon. And so from there, they try to discover the secrets of the world. Now, I'm really interested in this show because the director of the show is the same director of Re:Zero, and Re:Zero was a pretty interesting show. A lot of people love it, so maybe this would be kind of slept on. Now, I don't know how I feel about mecha. Like I said, I'm not the biggest mecha fan, you know what I mean? I watched it all the time in the early 2000s and the 90s, but we'll see how it plays in this show. Next up, we have BEM, or BEM. I'm not too sure with the name, but I feel like this would be a really good sleeper in summer 2019. You'll be able to watch this on Funimation, classified under action, horror, and supernatural. It's more of a political show where humanoid monsters fight evil monsters, and these humanoid monsters dream of becoming real humans. I definitely recommend checking out this trailer because the synopsis is pretty vague. There's a lot of corruption, a lot of mystery going on with this anime, but I can't wait to see the battle scenes because it's focused around 3 main monsters that fight for humans even though they're not human. You know, they want to be humans. So I'll definitely be checking this one out, see how it goes. And like I said before, you'll be able to catch this anime on a Funimation streaming service. It should be a fun ride, to be honest. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm not sure how I feel about putting this one in the sleeper category. So next up we have ASTRA Lost in Space, and I'm really looking forward to this because I love space travel anime, space travel movies, anything dealing with space. It's pretty interesting to me. So this show is 12 episodes. You'll be able to watch this on Funimation and Hulu. The year is 2061 when space travel is now possible and commercially viable. We have a group of high school students that are on their way to planet camp. Imagine that. But as soon as this group of students arrived at their camp, a mysterious light transported them into outer space and they end up lost. From there they find an old unarmed spacecraft and they have to manage the resources and pretty much survive and get back home. So I watched the first episode of this anime already. It seems pretty interesting. There are a lot of characters, a lot of personalities, so there will be some character development, I hope, and it should be a pretty good adventure. It is classified under adventure, mystery, and sci-fi, of course, so it being sci-fi alone, I'm definitely checking out this show. Next up we have Wakaki, and I'm going to leave it at Wakaki, but I definitely feel like this anime will be slept on and it will be a pretty fun adventure. Now the synopsis says that this gives a bold interpretation on the historical figure Oda Nobunaga, and that's pretty dope because this guy was an actual person back in the 16th century. I'm not sure what era that is in Japan, but you know, I'm looking forward to this. And this series will cover his youth as an early teen and also his rivalry with his younger brother. Now, like I said before, definitely check out the trailer because the trailer is what caught my attention. This trailer, like the animation looks incredible. It looks like it'll be a pretty fun adventure. Well, not really fun, it's pretty serious, right? But at the same time, it'll be a joy to watch. You'll be able to watch this on Funimation also. It has 12 episodes, so it's not long. When I do the full summer 2019 review video, I'll definitely let you know about this one because, to be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm banking on summer 2019 having a lot of sleepers. Next up, we have a pretty interesting anime called The Ones Within. The Ones Within is a gaming anime, so I know a lot of people want to compare this to Sword Art, but definitely don't do that. We gotta let these shows stand out by themselves. But this particular series is about a bunch of content creators and video game streamers that are kidnapped and transferred into a video game. Now, in order to leave this video game, they have to beat the game, of course. You know, that's the name of the game. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing the rule set of this game. For example, bring up Sword Art Online now. If you die in a game, do you die in real life? You know, it has to be some type of incentive to finish this game, right? Of course, you want to get back to your real life, but there has to be something else. So we have another video game anime. You'll be able to watch this on Funimation, and it's also produced by Silverlink. And Silverlink is kind of funny because when they do something good, it is really good. For example, they did Kokoro Connect, they've done Watamote, they've done a few Fate ONAs, as well as Strike the Blood, but their catalog is huge, right? But at most, if anything, this show would just be some mid. You know, they don't create bad shows, but if it turns out to be good, it'll be really good. So you might as well just check it out, might as well give it a shot. Once again, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Maybe this one would creep up on me. That's what I'm hoping. This one will creep up on me because video game anime, they're kind of hit or miss to me right now. So next up we have From Commonplace to World's Strongest. This is kind of in the same realm of the last anime I mentioned. It's about a whole class that was transferred to another world and they have to survive. Now the main character of this show, you know how it goes with beta male characters. He was one of those in the class. So when he's transferred into the other world, a lot of people have cheat specs and cool classifications, and this guy is super mediocre. And so from there he falls into a dungeon and makes a few discoveries, and we'll see if he can survive. Now, I know this guy's going to end up being one of the strongest, hence the title, of course, and I hope that it's just one of those growth type of anime. So when they go back to the real world, he has his friends, he has his respect, and people just show him love. Now, I do expect this to be kind of dark. I'm hoping that it's dark. It's classified under adventure, action, fantasy, and psychological. I know people will go crazy, for sure. This anime will be 13 episodes. You'll be able to watch it on Funimation. We'll see how it goes, man. It definitely has potential. So finally, we have A Certain Scientific Accelerator. It's about a powerful psychic and a young girl battling a sinister organization, long story short. And I don't know, the trailer just caught my attention. It looks pretty dope, and I will tell you the reason I'm looking forward to this show, A Certain Scientific Accelerator, is because the parent of this show is a certain magical index. And so, of course, I watched that show. I thought it was okay. And I just want to see what this show has to offer. Now, JC Staff is behind this show. They do pretty well on shows. They may be hit or miss sometimes, but it's classified under action, fantasy, school, and supernatural. And once again, it's one of those where you have to watch the trailer, bro. The trailer, it kind of made me dive in and look into it a little bit. So I'm hoping this is a sleeper. I don't expect much from it. Like I said, a certain magical index itself was mid to me. You know, it was not bad, but not great either. You know, I just had time, so I watched it. But either way, I'll be checking this out. So those are all the sleepers I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'll be watching a few other shows. We have a musical anime called Given. You know, I have to watch my musical anime. We have a couple of ecchi romance anime I'll probably dive into. But other than that, those are the only shows I'm really watching in summer 2019. So be sure to let me know what shows am I sleeping on in summer 2019. So after this video, I'm going to talk about spring 2019 a lot. I want to do reviews for certain shows, and I also need to make the big spring 2019 review video. So be on the lookout for that. Spring 2019 was really good, and I'm already looking forward to fall 2019. So, you know, hopefully summer 2019 surprises me. That's what I'm banking on right now. So in the comment section below, be sure to let me know what you're watching in this season of anime, and I'll holler at you all later. Peace.